Okay, so number 5 on the exam review says a car is traveling at 20 meters per second when it pulls out to pass a truck that is traveling at only 18. The car accelerates. Oh, this is a Fred and Barty question. That's what this is. Because you've got two objects going, and it says how far in front of the truck is. Oh, maybe not. Maybe. Okay, so we've got car A traveling at 20 meters per second. This is number 5. Apparently, I don't have an answer for it on the. No. Long answer. Page 8. Car is traveling at 20 meters per second when it pulls out to pass a truck that is traveling at only 18. Truck, 18.
I got cut off so bad this morning.
The car accelerates at 2 meters per second squared for 4 seconds and then maintains this new velocity. So the acceleration here is 2 meters per second squared for a time of 4 seconds. What distance does the car travel during this period of acceleration? So all you're asked to find is the distance, right? You guys know the question we're talking about? You got it there? Okay, so we're trying to find the distance. We know the acceleration. We know the time. We even know the initial velocity. I have VI, A, and T. I need to know the distance. Oh, that's easy. D equals VIT plus 1/2 AT squared. The VI is 20. The time is 4 plus 1/2 the acceleration of 2 times the time squared. So 20 times 4 is 80. 4 squared is 16. 1/2 of 2 is 1. Times 16 is 16. So it should be 96 meters. Sierra, you got that one right.
Wait, so
Here, you can come. I don't need this anymore. Here. I'm not sure why I kept it. Oh, actually, I need the question, I guess, don't I?
can we use the other
Can you look off aerials? No, this is just, all it said was what distance does the car travel during this acceleration. So we're going to get to the truck eventually, right? We haven't done anything with the truck. The next part says, what is the car's speed at the end of the period of acceleration? So in other words, the VF. VF equals VI plus AT. The initial velocity is 20. Acceleration of 2, time is 4, right? So 28. Sarah, you got that one right too.
Good job, Sarah.
killing.
I was just going to say.
Just like the car.
Wait,
Okay.
So, are you merging questions on the exam?
Yeah, I'm doing that. This isn't necessarily a good example of that because this is like old style exam. But there will be questions like this where like these are like sort of like beginner kinematics, and then there might be sort of like, right? I might end this off with the car applies the brakes. There's a frictional coefficient of whatever, right?
Yeah, you should do them like 7.
Like
Nice.
this. I would rather have.
I'd rather have this and do more questions than,
Did you
Well,
already
we'll see what I got.
because like with that one, we're done, but as soon as the friction was done, I had no idea what to do.
That one was a little bit different.
Well.
Remember I said-
Questions anyway when
Yeah.
put together.
What's that?
Because you're probably going to split it up into like A, B, C, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be.
Yeah.
So like
If you Yeah, and if you look at C and say, well, I could do that if I knew this, just say, I don't know what A and B are talking about, but if the answer to B goes into C, and you can't do B, just ask me, I'll give you a number for B, and then you finish C. Right? Like, that seems fair. Right? Just say, hey, I can't do B, but I can do C if you tell me what the answer to B is. I won't tell you the answer, but I'll tell you a number to
So then we would.
exactly. Like if their answer is 4, I'll say it's 6, and then you carry on with C with 6.
So we'll get this one.
You'll get the C marks, yeah.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What day should we be like coming in once after we get the marks back?
I'm gonna, well, you guys are Monday. I'm gonna, like, obviously, I'm gonna mark Monday night for you guys. So, as soon as you see a mark on Schoology, come see me.
You're gonna post it on Schoology?
Sure, why not?
Yes. Thank you.
And then we can come in and bring our tags.
Yeah, yep.
Thank you.
Remember, the Schoology marks aren't official. Like, I know I think there's a whole test I haven't even recorded, so they are in nowhere even close to where you,
Yeah.
When can you come in with the test?
when I get a mark.
Okay.
Like, Monday night, I should have, they take a long time to mark. I can't guarantee I'll have them for Tuesday, but pretty much for sure for Wednesday.
Like just during school sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, Thursday I've got all day for that. Okay, so part C, if the car was originally 8 meters behind the truck when it pulled up to pass, so in other words, this distance here is 8 meters. How far in front of the truck is the car 10 seconds later? So 10 seconds later, the car is going to be like over here, and the truck's going to be like here somewhere, right? And the question is, what's that distance there? Right? So really, you just need to know how far does the car go in 10 seconds, and how far does the truck go in those 10 seconds? Now, the truck is traveling at a constant speed, is it not?
Yeah.
So that's pretty easy. V bar equals D over T. The truck is traveling at a constant 18. And that's for 10 seconds? Yep. Okay, so the truck is going to travel at a distance of 180 meters. Now the car, though, remember the car does what for the first 4 seconds? It accelerates for 4 seconds and then travels at the constant speed. But don't we have the acceleration distance already? Like, isn't that 96 how far it goes in the first 4 seconds? Part A said, what distance does the car travel during the period of acceleration? So it's going to go 96, which is the acceleration phase. And then it's going to go, how fast is it going at the end of the acceleration phase? 28. And how much longer does it travel at 28? 6 seconds?
Yeah.
How do you get 6 seconds, Dawson? Because he's already gone 4, right? 4 at acceleration. We're going a total of 10. So the time is going to be, we're going to do 28 meters per second at a constant speed for, as Dawson said, 6 seconds. Right? So V bar equals D over T. Let me turn that down. 28 is equal to D over 6 seconds, right? I can't do 28 times 6 in my head. Maybe 120, 48, 168. Am I right? You know how I did that? I did 20 times 6, which is 120. 8 times 6, 48. 120 plus 48. That's how they're trying to teach math, like at the younger grades, right? Instead of...
That's how I've done it.
I had to do that, but I can't do, like I couldn't have done that.
Well, just for fun, when you go 8 times 6 and you get 48, right? You're really doing, right? You're doing the same thing. You're doing the 28, the 8 times 6 is 48, right? And then you're really taking 20, 6 times 0, right? 6 times the 2, right? You're doing the same steps. I just did them in my head, right? I'm taking 6 times 20, and 6 times 8, and then I add them together, right?
I just can't.
Same steps. People get all bent out of shape because, no, that's not the way I learned it. Anyways,
So we have to add those.
so yeah, you got to add those two distances together, right? So the car goes to travel a total distance of 96 plus 168. Now, how would you add those two in your head?
I will go to 6 and the 8, the 9 and the 6. And
Really?
100. Yeah.
Go take the 96, round up to 100. 100 plus 168,
200 and
268, and then subtract 4.
No.
It's not rocket
You know-
science.
No, you know what I would have done? I would have made the 168, 170,
70?
and 94.
94.
Oh, subtract.
Oh, you can do that too, right? Yeah.
107.
Okay. 100, make this 170. So add 2 to there.
That's a lot.
You can do that too. I've done that too, yeah. I do that too, yeah. Yeah. Add to one and subtract the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got 264 minus 180. So here's where I would go 20 up to 200, and then another 64, right? 84 meters.
And then you have subtract.
No, that is the subtraction, right? I added.
The one started in front of the other.
Oh, Ty is right. The one started 8 meters in front, right? That's right. So you have to subtract the 8. Yes, 76 meters.
Okay, but we didn't have.
The kids with the danger with examples is the kids get locked into that's how you do it, right? And if it's slightly different, then they have a hard time sort of like adjusting and thinking outside the box, right?
Right.
So rather than put specific examples, I would suggest put like types of problems with little reminders. You know, like for example, projectile motion. Remember, all the vertical has to be in one, all the horizontal has to be in the other, right? Use minus 9.8 for all verticals, right? Sort of categorize types of problems as opposed to, oh, when it's this, you do this. Because then what if it's not this? What do I do?
So it's kind of like those projectiles type 1 to 7.
Yep.
Will there be a box of readers?
I'd say about half of what like there usually is.
Half of
Or sorry, like about like what there usually is, about maybe what is it, a third and 2/3? Yeah.
So like you're using multiple choice.
Yeah. There is no modified true and false.
How many?
I haven't got that far yet, Josh.
Can you post it on?
I will when I come in Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to spread it all out, and I'm going to. Actually, you know what? What is the one test that I didn't post to Schoology?
I was gonna say.
Does someone have a copy of that I can make a copy so that I have one so that because I need to sort of look at each test individually and say, okay, I need this and I need this and I need this. So I'll just go and quickly make a copy.